It's about the journey, not the destination. Reality is better than imagination. When I feel free, free to be me. When I feel free, free to be me.
Welcome, everybody, to Travel Your Heart, a podcast where two gay grandpas explore life's travels together. Hey, everybody, it's Grandpa Bobby.
Grandpa Scott.
And welcome to another episode of Travel Your Heart, a podcast from two gay grandpas.
And that would be us.
So, Grandpa, what are we talking about today?
Well, you know, this seems to be one of the popular podcasts that we do where we answer questions that we get from our followers and subscribers from our social media platforms or when we meet them on the street.
That's right. This is actually one of my favorite because it really shows what you guys are thinking about. And sometimes the questions are rather funny. So
thinking about us, too.
We chose a dozen of the questions.
Yeah.
And so we're going to both ask each other and both comment on them.
Yeah.
So how about I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Question is, what makes a travel destination, interesting to you?
Oh, good question. I think first and foremost, if it's a place I've never been, that interests me. Or on the opposite, if it's a place I've been to, are there things that I hadn't seen yet that I'd like to go back and see? One is the culture, the people, something that I haven't experienced living in the United States. So it'll be new and exciting and a bit of an adventure.
Well, you know me, I'm the architect. So, of course, seeing places with amazing architecture, historical architecture is really important to me, but also going to places of great natural beauty. As you know, many of us, you know that we've recently come back from our trip to Australia and New Zealand, and seeing some of those beautiful landscapes was just stupendous. So it's kind of a combination. All depends on where we're going, be more of an urban or a rural, as to what interests us.
Yeah.
Okay, you go next.
Okay, here's the first question I have. This gets asked a lot. How can you afford to travel so much?
Well, as I always like to say, these videos are what we're leaving to our grandkids because there's going to be nothing
No money.
left.
This is it, kids. No inheritance.
No, seriously. Grandpa and I have worked and we are still working. You know, we still run our own business and we have worked continually since we were young adults. And we've been, smart with our money. We don't live extravagantly. I don't think so. We don't buy fancy cars or travel is really our big indulgence. And we save up for our trips.
Yeah, I agree totally on that. It's just a matter of you prioritize. We have one car and that's all we need. And the rest of the money goes to travel.
And, we haven't always had a little step of luxury. We there was times when we really traveled by the skin of our teeth. Yeah. We almost flew steerage.
There were times, guys, where we'd collect our change.
Yeah.
And when it was time to travel, we'd take it into the grocery store where they have the, where you dump your coins
That's
in
right.
and you get your money. And how many times have we done that?
Yeah, I'm not kidding, folks. We did that. We had a big change jar, and that would be a lot of our travel money, especially when we were doing road trips.
Yeah. And even now, we actually look for deals. One of the things that helps us is we got a credit card where we get mileage for air miles. For
travel points.
Travel points. And believe me, that has helped us.
Yeah.
And, we will, buy groceries and whatever on it and pay it off monthly. That's the key there. Pay it off monthly and build up your points. So that's been really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about prioritizing. Okay. You mentioned in your videos, no meal, no memory. What does that mean? And what's the absolute best meal you've ever had while traveling? Back to food. How is it that we always come back to food, Grandpa?
Isn't that how we plan our itineraries? Oh, yeah.
So what does it mean?
No meal, no memory actually is pretty much all the way through our families because it started out that when we get around the kitchen table or at holidays, we go, remember when we were in and somebody would go, "Oh my God, that dinner or that breakfast," and that's how the phrase came up: "No meal, no memory."
That's right. Sometimes it would be, we couldn't exactly remember the place, but we remembered the meal.
Oh yes, if it was great bacon, we remembered it.
So, what was your favorite meal? Can you imagine trying to pick a favorite meal?
That's one of the questions.
Yeah, that's part of the question.
I think I've already in a previous podcast waxed poetically about the pear tortellini in Pienza. Oh my God, the food.
And it changes, from country to country. Each regional cuisine is fabulous. For me, oh my gosh, when we were in Cornwall and when we were in Portugal, I had the most amazing mussels, which Grandpa Scott is not a fan of. So that was one for me. How about you, Grandpa?
Oh God, every meal is so wonderful.
You got to mention Vernazza.
Vernazza. Help me out, Grandpa. What did I forget?
Black.
Oh, well, of course. Thank you. Yeah, Grandpa has to nudge me a little bit, okay? We were in Vernazza, and
that's in Italy.
Yeah, on the
Cinque Terre.
Cinque Terre.
Yeah, beautiful
place. And we're eating out on al fresco again with the beautiful Mediterranean, very romantic, candlelight. And I ordered a squid ink pasta, and it was like, I'm going to do it. Why not try something new? The idea of squid, because I was thinking tentacles. It came out, and it was the most incredible meal, folks. It was squid ink pasta. The pasta was dark.
Nearly black.
Yeah, really. And it had this wonderful sauce on it, topped off with pancetta.
We got back to bacon again.
Pancetta, bacon, pork belly, how can you go wrong?
Pigs run in fear from you.
Yeah, it's incredible though. You ask those kind of questions. I went, what meal is it? Oh my gosh, what country was it?
Yeah.
But that night it was the whole thing.
And I think it comes down to, we love trying regional foods, and those things are sometimes the most memorable.
Oh yeah. Even though I can't always remember them.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here, Grandpa.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, okay. I asked this question, but it was a really great question. Did you stick these together?
No,
Grandpa?
no.
They're just thick cards?
They're thick cards.
Okay. How do your grandkids feel about your newfound fame? And I thought I was reading it differently. Can I do over? Grandpa's printing.
Yeah, we'll edit that one out.
Yeah, no, we're not. Too much work. How do your grandkids feel about your newfound fame as jet-setting grandpas? And are you planning any trips with them?
Well, first of all, they're pretty much non-pulsed about it.
By now, yeah.
See, over the years, we've done so many different crazy things. Grandpa Scott once ran for public office. We travel around, so they're kind of like, just another crazy thing from their grandpas.
Yeah. They're in what country?
Yeah, exactly. Now, in terms of traveling with our grandkids, actually, we're going to VidCon this year, and we are taking our youngest grandson.
I think by the time that people see this,
that's right.
We'll have been to VidCon.
We went to VidCon
with our youngest grandson, Cody.
Yeah.
And so we'll have a video out on that if you haven't seen it already. So that will be fun. I can't wait. Yeah. Because he's kind of a young digital guy now. He's like got his own little setup, and I know he's excited to see some of the content creators there. And so
But also, we have two older grandkids who are like totally into anime, and they would really like to go to Japan, and we want to plan that. The only challenge is when you get older kids, you have to plan around college schedules and work schedules. So it's still in the planning, but it's definitely on our forecast.
Yeah, we really want to make that happen.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Definitely.
Okay. You've traveled to many places for so many years. Do you bring back souvenirs? Oh my God. Thank you for this question. I get to answer this one. Let me explain. Your grandpas are a bit of magpies over the years, and we've had to restrain ourselves. Just to give you some examples.
We've restrained ourselves?
Yeah, well, okay. When we first
That was such a lie.
when we first started out and we didn't have as much money, we did driving trips around the Southwest. And there we found a love for Navajo hand coil pottery.
Yeah.
These are the pots that they're not necessarily the tourist pieces. They're the pottery they use for themselves. And many times when you're on the Navajo reservation, you can just pull over the side of the road and there's people with blankets out and they're selling. And we would buy these for like $5, $10 a pot.
Yeah,
they were
because
beautiful.
they were utilitarian.
Yeah, but they had all the marks from being in the fire. And nowadays they're incredibly expensive because they've been discovered.
And one of the things that I loved about them is every so often you'd get a piece where you could see a fingertip or something of the artist, of the creator of the piece. Loved him.
Well, that started it.
Yeah.
Then we started going to national parks, and that became a real fun thing to do. So every national park, we had to buy a frame poster. In fact, I think you can see them in the background here. We have about a dozen of those.
And they were what? They're
The WPA.
Yeah, the WPA from the 30s.
That's right.
But they're not the original.
That's right. And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
So we have a dozen of those. Then we started going to Europe more, particularly we've gone to Italy many times, and we really got into Majolica, which is the hand-painted colored pottery.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. We have on our walls, we have over 30 pieces of pottery hanging, in addition to freestanding pots that we have scattered around. And then Grandpa Scott got into art photography. Now, something you may not know is Grandpa Scott is what I call a semi-professional photographer. That means he sells his work, but it's not enough for us to retire on.
What is?
Yeah, but his work is on display in many public places throughout California. And he's
the term is installed. I have installations.
Anyway, he's a really good photographer, although, doing videos has kept him from that. And we have over 25 of his works hanging in our house. So now you can see, going back to do you collect souvenirs? We have put the kibosh on that. So what is the thing that we collect now?
Christmas ornaments or holiday ornaments for our holiday trees from all the countries, at least one.
Yes.
One per country that we visit.
That's right. That's the only thing. We have no wall space.
One that he knows of.
Dear Lord. It is hard because you see a lot of great things that you want to take home with you, but we have run out of wall space and we don't have that big a house. Your turn.
Yeah, we could have designed something slightly bigger, okay?
No. It's hard enough to keep this clean.
I know. Oh, here we go. What are some of your unexpected bloopers when you are traveling, and how did you deal with them?
Okay, you can talk. Why don't you admit to some of your off-camera things that don't make it, or that are left on the cutting room floor?
Okay. In the interest of full transparency, I'm a bit of a control freak when it
Really? Really?
Bobby is on-air talent, okay? I am the director.
The dictator.
As it were. And, I have the way I want things to go out in terms of the editing. We need this and need this. We're trying to tell a story here. And when this one decides to go off the plan, it does kind of cause me to
spontaneous.
Say that's one word for it.
Or else Grandpa...
I have been known. See what he just did? I have been known to come forth with a few
expletives.
That's a word for it.
Harsh language.
Yeah.
Cecil B. DeMille was probably an easier director than Grandpa Scott. And the problem also is we sometimes know what each other is thinking, but he assumes that I know exactly what he is thinking. And so that he yells at me because but you didn't give me the direction.
I don't yell, I direct.
Very direct.
There's a difference between direction and yelling.
So that's some of the bloopers, but then also some of the funny things that happen to us are our own fault. For example, there are two things that I can remember. When we were in Munich and we were taking the train from Munich to Prague, what we had forgot when we bought our tickets online several months before was that in Europe, they put the the day first, and then the month, and then the year, whereas here in the States, we put the month and the day. So anyway, we thought we had tickets for September 8th, when actually we bought tickets for August 9th. And we got to the train station. They said, honey, your train was a month ago.
Like, yeah, really, you done missed it.
And then the other time was we made reservations for the ferry boat that went from Anglesey Island to Dublin. And we made it for 2:00. We thought, well, 2:00's good. Give us time to get there. Forgetting that Europe is on military time. So we had made it for 2 a.m.
And guess what? We missed it because we were asleep.
Yeah. But anyway, but how we deal with it is sometimes, being an older person and looking that way can kind of act in your favor. So we can go up looking feeble and kind of fuddled and ask very politely, can you help us? And they think, oh, these fumbling, doddering old fools.
Yes, believe me. Sometimes it helps to be old.
Exactly. But actually, just being really nice and sweet and explaining you made a big mistake goes a long way. Keeping a sense of humor and not yelling at them. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. Absolutely not.
And the lesson is check twice when you make your reservations.
Know what the heck you're doing.
Okay, my question.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cute. What goes on behind the scenes when you make your videos? How do you make the sausage, Grandpa?
Do y'all really want to know? Besides my directing approach, there are funny things that happen, like when we're taping and someone is really curious about what we're doing and kind of gets in frame, pretty much looking in the camera. That's stuff that happens. Or filming, and you're so intense on filming that you trip over a curb.
Okay. Now, I think what the intent of the question was, how do you make your videos? I'll answer that for you. Don't know why he doesn't remember this, but Grandpa Scott does all of the technical work that is required to put our videos out. I will give him all the credit. As he said, I'm just the pretty face. But he does all the editing. He splices things, compiles all of our films together, puts them in an order that makes sense in terms of storytelling. He edits them all together. He then finds the music and puts it together, and he does it to the beat. So it's very subtle, but he does an amazing job. He does the graphics, and then together we'll do the voiceovers where we need to have additional explanation. But literally, we do all the work in-house, and many times in the evenings on our travel, you'll find Grandpa Scott video editing at our kitchen table wherever we're staying. But it takes a lot of work. How long does it take you to make one of our videos? Say a 20-minute video.
Oh, about a week.
Yeah.
About a week.
And we're talking like 8 hours a day. It takes a lot of effort.
I'm slow.
Okay?
Oh,
you are.
Yeah, no, I'm slow. There's a lot of other people much more aware of how to move things around and do things. And, I've seen very complicated editing systems where it's like 4 computer screens up and, everything with graphs going like this. And I don't do that. And if you looked at some of our earlier videos, they would let you know that. But the key always has been fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. It's a lot of fun to do it. I love the storytelling aspect of it. Now we still get dinged, if we get. Sometimes I have actually tried to see what AI thinks of the videos, and we'll get dinged because we're not moving fast enough. We don't move fast enough.
We don't move fast unless we speed up the camera.
It's like, guys, we simply don't. If I have a beautiful piece of landscape, I'm not going to cut it to 2 seconds. That's not who we are, and that's why most people like to watch our videos, is because, we don't move quickly. We move slow. My gosh, when you're seeing a beautiful piece of scenery, take the 5 to 10 seconds. AI be damned.
And I tell you, Grandpa Scott has taught himself everything, either by watching videos online, getting coached by our grandkids. So hats off to you.
Coach, they're brutal.
They're vicious.
They told me my thumbnails sucked. They did. And, I was creating my own. And, basically because we did not want to go clickbaitish. That's our biggest fear, because and that is hard to do because everybody wants us to, kind of have those moments, or, I just did that, the nothing will ever be the same title. And the only thing that happened is they changed their underwear. Seriously, folks.
Okay.
I think
Next
I screwed
question.
up here, Grandpa.
No, the 2 in your hand. Grandpa dropped his cards.
Oops.
Okay. What's the next question you have?
Is it me already?
Yeah, because
See, this is life goes so fast. You ready?
Yes.
Has travel changed your relationship? How? How do you not drive each other crazy?
Who says we don't? Be honest. We can joke all aside. I think travel has strengthened our relationships. When you got to remember, Grandpa and I have our own business, and we are working together. We travel together. Most of the time, we're together 24/7.
Yeah.
It works for us. We're best friends. Some people, it would drive them crazy, but we really rarely like to be literally out of visual sight from one another. So it really has strengthened our relationship. I think also when you experience things together, especially if there are problems, like you missed the train or how are we going to solve this problem, those strengthen your relationship because you're relying on one another more. And also when you see something incredible and you're enjoying it together, enrichment and drawing back on that memory, I think it has. How do you not drive me crazy?
I don't know, because I purposely tried to.
I think it's worked.
It's not. There's good crazy and there's like bad crazy. Mm-hmm. We do good crazy very well. I mean, you make me giggle, guffaw, crack up, and I love that. So there's that kind of crazy that don't ever stop.
Yeah, we annoy each other every once in a while.
Annoy you?
Oh, never. But, it's never to the point where we get so angry with each other. We might get angry at the situation, but it's not at each other, and it blows over,
And I think that's one of the keys, too, because if we do have a problem, we never personalize it with personal attacks. We will take, and sometimes, guys, we never go to bed angry at each other. Okay, we will stay up and we will work through the issue. And it's always about the issue, not us personally.
They're never personal attacks.
Yeah, never.
Okay, read another, Grandpa.
No, I just did that.
That's okay, go ahead.
No, because I only have one left.
No, you have 2. Did you?
I did. You have.
Okay.
Grandpa can't count. That's why I direct.
What does it mean to you when a viewer comes up to you in the wild?
Well, in the wild or even in an urban environment.
Meaning on our travels.
Love it. Love it. When you get to meet people that are in another part of the world and they come up and greet you and smile at you and offer things like you know, you did this for me, you know, and then we can turn around and say, well, you've done this for us. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
it's absolutely wonderful.
It's humbling.
Oh, yeah.
Because, we make these videos and we put them out there, but we see the numbers and what country, et cetera. But those are just facts on paper. When you have the evidence of it in a foreign country, in a small town like Lagos, in Portugal, and someone comes up and say, "Grandpas, I listen to you, I watch you." It's very humbling because you really start to realize the reach that our videos have and the impact that it has. So it means a lot to us. So if you do see us out in the wild, as that viewer said, please don't hesitate to come up. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we want to hear your stories. We want to hear where you've been.
Yeah.
One of the best things is someone will come up to us and say, "Have you been here, grandpas? This is what I experienced, or this is what we experienced."
Or you got to go here, Grandpa.
Yeah, and
that's great.
We'll check it out. We love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, your last question.
Oh, last one already?
Well, no, I have the last one. You get this.
Okay. You say adventure has no age limit, but now that you are older...
Who's older?
What? I'm going to start again.
Yeah.
You say adventure has no age limit, but now that you are older, what accommodations do you make for your age and well-being?
Well, and that is true. We have, over time, it's not like it happened overnight, but we have slowly but surely made some accommodations. When we're flying, we always try to go a little step up to something like premium economy so that we have a little more leg room.
A little more seat room.
Jet lag impacts us a lot more than it used to.
Yeah.
And we discovered a wonderful thing when we were in Sydney, that there was a hotel right near the airport where we could rent a room for like 5 hours and take a nap and shower, which was a big help.
And that was before going to our Airbnb. We couldn't get in till later.
Yeah. Let's see. We learned there's a difference when you're in Europe between ground floor and first floor. So we learned how to carefully judge at what level our accommodation is going to be, and always try to make sure to find a place with an elevator.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest with you. It's getting a little more difficult for me to schlep a huge suitcase,
Camera equipment,
suitcase, camera equipment in a backpack, and schlep up 3 or 4 flights of stairs. Because when they say flights, it's always this, and then you kind of go up, and so we look for the elevator.
Yeah,
okay?
and you know what? We take things a little slower. We did a podcast on that, on slow travel, and we really believe that. We try not to cram too much in one day. We take time to rest, to put our feet up.
But I would like to say that that's not necessarily a good thing just for us seasoned travelers. It's a good thing for the younger travelers too. That whole concept of slow travel, being able to experience things at a slower pace, but in greater depth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, very last question.
Oh, let me say one thing about accommodations. Medications. Now, this.
Oh, yeah.
Younger people have to take medications too.
But older people have to take more medications.
And so there's that whole process of dealing with that.
Making sure you have enough medicine for the time you're gone. You have to take them in the vials they come in, because they have to be able to see the prescriptions, and always make sure you have them in a carry-on.
And also
on the plane.
Print out the list of your medications from your pharmacy, because our pharmacist did that for us, because you never know. You never know in which country they're going to say, "I want to see the sheet and compare it with your medications that you have."
Yep.
Yeah.
The joys of growing older. Okay, last question. If your channel closed tomorrow, hopefully not, what is the one message or feeling you would hope to leave for your viewers? That's a sweet question.
Yeah. I think for me, it would just to be let you all know, oh my gosh, what an incredible ride we've had. And to thank you all for that. I think that's what it would be for me, because it's been an incredible ride.
For me, I would want to say to the OGs and all of you adopteds, the world is a beautiful place. No matter what you hear or you read, you hear the worst things on the news. The world is a beautiful place. We have encountered so many wonderful people around the world, seen so many beautiful things, eaten so many wonderful meals. Be open. Be open to try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. God knows you've seen us fall flat on our faces practically. And just be us. Just be yourself. Be true to yourself and open yourself to the world. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
And we've had a wonderful ride.
Yeah.
Not that we're planning to end it anytime soon. We have plenty of adventures coming up.
Hopefully.
And we hope that you will follow along with us on all of those. So until the next time, whether you're traveling the world or traveling through life, always travel your heart. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone.